Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Katie, and I'm an account manager here at Boopsie. Today, we will be exploring our digital graphic novel and comic book subscription service through our partnership with Comics Plus Library Edition. We're really excited about this service. It has huge potential for your patrons, not only in the mobile space, but also through the desktop version as well, which I can explain here in just a few minutes. Throughout the presentation, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to type them into the chat box and I'll answer them at the end of the presentation. So let's go ahead and get started. Comics Plus Library Edition is a unique streaming service and it provides libraries with access to thousands of different digital graphic novels, comic books, and manga titles. The service is great with its per checkout pricing system and simultaneous checkouts, and it works on all smartphones, tablets, computers, desktops. So it's really easy to access, whenever you'd like to access them. Comics Plus Library Edition does come from our partners at Iverse, who offer a popular consumer-based Comics Plus service as well. And that their consumer-based service has delivered more than 20 million content downloads to consumers all over the world. So the catalog, Library Edition catalog includes access to 10,000 titles from over 80 publishers. These titles, cater to all ages. One of the greatest things about graphic novels and comics is that they circulate really well. Kids of all ages devour them quickly, but when you have the physical copies, they don't really hold up very well to repeated circulation, mainly due to their thin bindings. Graphic novels and comics are also unfortunately high theft items, and it's also not really feasible always financially to have access to all of these titles in your library. And another thing is with, series like Big Nate and Naruto with, dozens, if not hundreds of issues in a series, how do you know which titles to actually pick? So what's great about Comics Plus is that, they already have everything all picked out for you. So you don't have to go, nitpick through each thing, especially if you're not really familiar with the services. As I mentioned before, a great feature of the service are their simultaneous checkouts. So unlike many other e-content databases, your patrons aren't going to have to wait for somebody else to return a title for them to check it out. It'll be, quick and easy. Everybody can check out the same titles. So it's really good for running summer reading programs or back to school series without having to purchase, additional copies of the titles, no matter how many patrons want to check out the same title. All right, so if you go to boopsie.com and you hover over Partners tab, you can select the Comics and Graphic Novels for your library tab, which includes a list of all the titles that are available through the Comics Plus series. So there's Big Nate, The Smurfs, Sonic the Hedgehog, Archie and Garfield have always been one of the higher top circulators in the service. There are also, many different genres, so it's not just for kids or like hardcore comic book readers. There's fiction and nonfiction and mystery and romance titles, just to name a few genres. So it does add something for everyone. There are also different tiers too, so you can easily find something that's good for kids, for middle grade, for teen or young adults. And it's a great way to supplement your print and comics, your print collection as well in a quick, easy way. So not only are comic books popular in public libraries, they're also we've seen that at academic libraries, graphic novels are in high demand. Karen Green, a librarian at Columbia University, said that graphic novels are one of the frequently most requested libraries in their system. Christian Zabriskie, who's an assistant coordinator of young adult services at the Queens Library in New York, said that comics are one of the secret weapons for cash-strapped libraries. He cited a 2011 survey in which he compared the random selection of comics against just a few of the high-circling titles like Harry Potter and Twilight series, as well as GED guides. And he found that not only did the graphic novels circulate more than the mega hits, they also are more cost efficient. So the mega hits cost 53 cents per circ, while the graphic novels were only 43 cents. How does the service specifically work? Well, there's two methods of accessing, your patrons can access the service. You can access it through, the integration in your mobile app, but you also will have links so that your patrons will be able to access the desktop version as well. And on the desktop browser-based version, your patrons can browse the entire catalog and then check out the specific titles from their home computer or laptop. So, you don't have to download like an app onto your laptop either. There's no additional reading services necessary. You just go ahead, you log into the website, and then you have access to all of these great comics. Houston Public Library has had, over 500 checkouts in the month of July alone. And out of 300 out of those 500 checkouts were done through the app itself. So it's really a great idea to integrate your selection with your mobile app if you haven't done so already. And once you check out a title, it's automatically saved to your virtual bookshelf, and each title will remain on your bookshelf for 7 days. And after those 7 days are up, it's automatically checked right back in. So you don't have to worry about overdue fines or anything, just like most e-content. We can also work with you to allow, an unlimited number of checkouts at a time per patron, or we can also limit those titles as well if need be. All right, so let me just quickly switch over here to give you a quick demo of the integration right here. All right, so we're going to go to the Houston Public Library app. Right here, we're going to go click on comic books. Right, so when you first click on comic books, if this is the first time you're accessing the integration, it's going to have you log in, and you'll use, your barcode and PIN to get into the app. And then from there, it'll launch into your virtual bookshelf. So if you have a title already checked out, like I do now, you'll be able to quickly access it right away. If you don't have anything, it'll just have that browse comic books section up at the top. So you can go ahead and click on that just to kind of get an idea of what the integration looks like. There, here's some of the 80 publishers that are available. So you can go through here, you can browse by publisher. If you know specifically what you're looking for, there is that search button up there at the top that you can click and type in like Xena or Archie, and you'll be able to quickly find, all those titles that involve that, character or title. So since we already have a title checked out, we'll go back and we'll click the Go to My Comics list. And then we'll click on the new Alice in Wonderland so we can already open this. All right, and so, I've already started reading, which is really great because it'll give you the option that if, you started reading it and you just really can't remember what was going on, you can easily go back to the beginning, or you can click continue to go and start where you left off. So I'll go ahead and continue where I left off. So here, it's great graphics, easy to read. You can quickly change the page by just tapping on the right-hand side of the screen, or go back with the left. If you click in the middle of the screen, there'll be a little banner up at the top, so you can easily zoom in to certain sections. So if it's a smaller device, you can see what, it makes it easier to read the writing. And you can also kind of pan and zoom as well. So let's switch back over here to our presentation. All right, so for pricing, we've worked with Comics Plus, so to come up with this affordable pricing format. You pay $1,000 for one block of credits, and one block contains 2,500 credits. Comics are 1 credit, and graphic novels are 2 credits, which are generally the longer titles. And you'll find that the price per circulation will be great and much better than some of your other e-content services. And then we can always distribute the credits to your patrons uniformly over the course of the year, so you don't end up, running out in 3 months, which there are free titles available. So it's not like once you run out of credits, you're like done. You still have some things that are available to you, which is really nice. And, most libraries purchase multiple blocks at a time, and, if they'll add additional blocks as the demand grows. I also want to point out that as a Boopsie customer, you will not have to complete, an additional contract. It's just a one-page addendum to your existing contract. All right, well, that concludes my presentation on our graphic novels subscription service. If you have any questions, please feel free to type your questions into the dashboard, or you can, send me an email. You can either send it to sales or me personally, which is katie@boopsie.com. I'm more than happy to, work with you and kind of discuss your comics budget and figure out, how the service can best work in your community. And I really think it's, a great addition to any library collection as well. So I'm just going to quickly look and see if we have any questions. It does look like I got 2 questions that popped in. So someone asked, how much does it cost to add the Comics Plus integration to my app? Which is a great question. Unlike some of our integrations, it does not, there's no fee associated with adding the integration. So basically, you sign your contract for the amount of blocks that you're interested in purchasing. And then what we'll do is we'll automatically add the integration to your app. So you don't have to pay for any setup fee. You're just paying for the content itself. And then the other question is, do you offer any marketing assistance for the subscription? So yeah, just like with your mobile app, you should definitely market your Comics Plus subscription just to keep increasing the usage. After we've launched your integration, we can definitely share a marketing kit with you. And in this kit, there's going to be some template bookmarks and flyers, website banners, just to help promote your subscription. And we also have another webinar that we've recorded previously that kind of goes over some kind of tools and tricks to help market your subscription as well. So, it looks like that's all the questions we have today. Thank you so much for joining me. I just wanted to let you guys know that we will be attending the ALA Midwinter Exposition or exhibits at Chicago this year. So definitely feel free to stop by. I believe it is booth 1714. You can come, you'll say hi to me. We have Megan, Tony, Ray, and Rory are all going to be there. So it's, a lot of representatives of Boopsie. So definitely stop by and say hi.